Wow, the quality control is dookie. Join me while I, in present time, make this video so that you in the future can watch past version of me do a boy from the future. Whoa, that didn't sound right. Let's review Trunks, a boy from the future. So what else is there to do but to just jump in and look at how wonderful this thing is or isn't? So looking at the package of this wonderful SHFiguarts figure, of course, I don't know. I say wonderful, I don't know. Why, there's spit everywhere. Classic version of Trunks in this box. Look, there's the box, there's usually not a lot to say. You get some figure shots in black and white, pretty standard, okay? You get the title of it, and then on the back of it, you get all of this stuff. And then it's in English and in Japanese, and it has this price on the back because I got this thing from Barnes & Noble. Yeah, that doesn't even make sense to me. Barnes & Noble, they had it at a discounted price, so I said, yes, please. Anyway, let's open this thing up and take a look at our wonderful boy from the future. So sliding that thing out, classic. If you've seen other brands, they usually have some kind of thing going on with the sleeve. This brand, it's just basic stuff, but interesting. It's kind of random on the inside of the box whether you're going to have the instructions on knowing how all this works, like how the belt and the loop of the belt and all that stuff works out, versus sometimes a piece of paper that's actually in there. And this actually isn't even a sleeve. This is, the box is printed in this aqua teal, or whatever you want to call it. I don't care, okay? Just don't come at me in the comments with some craziness. So, classic packaging where, you know, you don't have to worry about any zip ties or anything, like, ugh. And then easy to, like, you know, resell if you want to do that. Now, right off the bat, I'm gonna say you kind of get a good amount of accessories. You get a bunch of hands, you get some faces, you get a sword, you get some heads and all these things. So let's just start with the hands. So we get a couple of great fighting hands, you know, kind of gripping stance hands, what do you want to call these? Grippy stance hands. That's what I call them, and you can too. So whenever you're talking to your friends, you can go, hey, pass me those grippy stance hands. I forgot what I said. So detailing these things usually comes down to the sculpt work. So you can actually kind of see like fingernails and stuff, but there's not a whole lot to talk about with the hands. It's just really like, what options do we have? So we got those grippy stance hands, and we got these which look like sword hands. However, I'm not totally sure because these little grippy hands, we also have these. So why would we have this many sets of hands? What's the difference? The index finger. So as you can see here, the first set, the index finger is kind of pulled out a little bit, and then on this one, it's just normal. So I don't know. I have really no clue. When I say no clue, I mean, maybe I have a clue. Maybe it's depending on where the position is on the hand, the finger being out a little bit makes a little bit more sense. The other idea is that maybe it helps lean it forward a little bit versus being straight up. So we'll play around with it. We'll find out. We got these blast hands, which are the same on both sides. So left and right, you get that. And same thing going on here. So depending on the attack or stance or whatever you want, you get some good options. So it's just everything's a duplicate. He's got punchy fists by default. We've got this face plate for his Super Saiyan face. So this is immediately the downside to this, is that he's pretty much all Super Saiyan except for the one head, because you can't swap over the brows, right? And the eyes and the eyebrows are going to be different. But what's nice here is you get some line work in the face to help pull that animation style to figure form. You get this one screaming, ready to attack or actively blast, whatever you want to do. One of my favorite things about this brand is the fact that you get so many facial expressions, because that allows you to really have some unique poses or to set them up in dynamic action and stuff. Here you go with his regular boy face. He's just all purple. He still looks a little angry, so you can't swap anything out. This is just, the head itself is a complete accessory. You can remove, oh God, oh boy. So you get a look of what's going on inside there. Why they use the same yellow as his Super Saiyan hair. But yeah, you get these pieces, but it's kind of pointless because you can't really mix and match all of these parts. So I don't know, maybe there's a figure out there that comes with an alternate facial expression or something for this version of Trunks. And I know there are other versions of Trunks altogether in different like clothing. So maybe they're all just kind of working together. So this extra piece of hair you get here. This is really, I guess, so that like Super Saiyan hair is going up, staying up, okay? You can throw your hair up and it stays there. It's like that one song with your hands. Whatever. Digging into the details of the figure himself, so he's got this kind of nice expression, very similar to what you get here in his default face, if not the exact same thing, just different paint because of the brows and the eyes. But this is fantastic. I'm really enjoying this line so much that it's like it really does pull it from the animation to figure form, and you get all these details of the line work. Some imperfections there about like what's going on with his neck going into his chest is a little weird because you see that purple and then his chest, which is not uncommon from what I've seen so far, is the chest, because it's a piece of plastic molded in whatever color, in this case like dark gray, and then it's painted this flesh tone, which looks just a little odd. But let me know down in the comments, what is a figure that you really want from the Dragon Ball line? Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Super, GT, what are we missing? Because there's a lot of stuff. We don't have Chi-Chi, we don't have King Kai, there's so much stuff from Super that I would love to see that we just don't have yet. But the hair has some nice low lights in there to help give it some depth. The jacket looks really good, so this is like a pliable material, but obviously you don't want to get too weird with it because you can expose the fact that he has no body parts under there. And then it's layered in the back to help with this, so you can really, oh, yikes. But you can really push the limits of, oh, the arm just keeps falling off. That's no fun. But because the butterfly joints in the shoulders, you're gonna get some really nice range, and that jacket doesn't stop you, which is great. Articulation on this thing it's pretty much in line with every single SHFiguarts that I've dealt with, where you just get loads and loads of articulation. This arm is removable in so much that I hate it. The kneecap fell off though. This is off to a bad start. Anybody new to the line is going to be like, wow, the quality control is dookie. Posing, yes, don't worry about it. We don't even need to talk about articulation in depth of what all it can do, because it can do everything that you could possibly want it to. Plus, I do the posing segment, which is a lot of fun, and some people say it's the best part, because I'm not in it. But that's, yeah, it's a great way to kind of show off the posability of these little guys. But man alive, can you really just get away with just about any form of articulation? Details great, colors are great. I love this thing already. It's just, you know, as a Dragon Ball fan, you are gonna enjoy this stuff. Man, do these things look fantastic. So yeah, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to see what's on that list for you to have. I'm sure a lot of you, if you are watching this because you collect the line, have a lot more stuff than I do. I mean, that's basically it. There's a couple left that I need to do. So this is, it's a pretty straightforward setup. You just wrap this thing around his body and then stick it. And I think there are some known things about this, like some fixes, some hacks or whatever, known concerns, like, does he get really loose legs or hips or something? Or was that an older version? And then with the sword, is there something, I don't know. So you got any tips on this guy? Let me know that also in the comments. You guys have a lot of homework today to do a lot of comments. But there we go, a boy from the future, our Super Saiyan Trunks, also regular boy Trunks. And this is just the classic costume for me. This is like perfection. Also, we need boy Trunks, little boy Trunks. We don't have that, right? And Goten, what's up with that? Come on! But if you're new to the channel, thanks so much for coming around and watching this video. Leave a comment. Let me know that this is the first video you've seen from Nostalgia Unboxed. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.